Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will extend the debate started by my colleagues, and I will explain some of my thesis from a different perspective. Financial inclusion or access to finance. My assertion is poor's access to finance, is it their right or a benevolence from the bank? क्या बैंक उनको लोन या क्रेडिट देके एहसान कर रहा है या ये उनका राइट है कि वो बैंक से अपनी ज़रूरत के मुताबिक पैसा ले? We have to decide. For answering this question, first we have to see the position of an Islamic bank, where it falls between two sectors of an economy. We have studied public sector, where the government or the authorities, they own an institution for the service of their nation or people. And the private sector, an institution or business firm working for profiteering and bringing more money on the money invested by their owners and shareholders. From the foundation of Islamic banking, the principles were and very welcomed by the public that Islamic banks will work for socio-economic development of the Ummah, income inequality, elimination of poverty, mutual development. When we discuss and say mutual development, it means the development for all, including the destitute, the poor. So if we want to give development to the poor, then it is his right to get loan from the bank, whether he has collateral or not. So, in my understanding, Islamic banks, they are falling between private and public sector. Quasi-public good, we can say a third sector which is the need of the time to establish. Means bank of people working for people. So if I am saying quasi-public good, we know the characteristics or features of public goods. One, non-excludability, means everybody can enjoy the fruit. For example, there is a park outside, anyone can go and enjoy or can enjoy. Second is no rivalry. A park is open for all. It has no rivalry with anybody. So Islamic banks, if they are quasi-public goods, they have to open their doors for all, especially to the poor. Second, they must not compete themselves with the conventional banks because their paradigm is different. If they go for competition with the conventional banks and compare their performance, unfortunately in conventional banking the performance is evaluated on the basis of efficiency. But the foundation principle behind Islamic banking is not to show the efficiency only, but also effectiveness. Effectiveness means what impact you bring, positive impact. So the foundation of Islamic banking says that Islamic bank will work for the socio-economic development. And socio-economic development will not be possible if you ignore the effectiveness. So both objectives of efficiency and effectiveness have to achieve with equal preference. Right now we are seeing the advertisements, the data that Islamic banking, the assets are increasing more than 20% a year. The profits are increasing as compared to this conventional banking system. They are giving profit on 7%, we are giving profit 12%. So it is all about efficiency. So we are showing that we are growing Islamic banking is growing, but unfortunately this growth is in vertical, not in horizontal. Mean Islamic banking is not reached to the mass, to the wider segments of the society. So Islamic banks from now on, they have to focus to achieve the effectiveness. What change we brought? Is the poverty rate declined after the Islamic banking, after the inception of Islamic banking? If illiteracy is declined? If financial inclusion rate is increased or not? Still, we have 13% rate of accountable people, people who have account in a formal sector, 13%. 87% population who is bankable, adult, they don't have accounts in the banks. It means they are not availing the banking services. So access to finance means, for most of those people, access to finance means an opportunity to make an enterprise, to start a business, to earn money. So if 87% population is out of the bank, it means there is no chance for them to develop themselves or to establish a business for their income. So they will remain underdeveloped if our banks are not opening their doors to them. Second, I will forward your assertion. During my studies 10 years ago, when I made a questionnaire and surveys, the reason for not having a bank account was very common to many of my means by sample answering the people that banks are for poor. Banks are for poor. For rich. I'm sorry. Banks are for rich people and we are poor. We cannot avail the bank. So this perception is developed because banks are again working in private sector or not as a quasi-public good. A poor is not asking anybody when he is going to park. So banks should perform themselves and show to the people that we are like a public good. You can enter and avail our services. So again, the position, the paradigm have to change. The banks are not for profiteering purpose, they are for service purpose to the public. And I am looking forward for any suggestion to change or to bring any constructive change in this thesis. Thank you.
Thank you very much.